G'day there, my name's Duncan Corby. I'm the Academic Dean here at Hillsong College. I hope you're enjoying Open Day Live. What this session is going to be about is we're going to take you through our vocational leadership and ministry training programs. The first thing I'd love to do is focus in on that word vocational. The reason we've chosen that word is for two reasons. Firstly, it's vocational in that it is training you for your vocation, your calling. All of us are called by Jesus to be sources of leadership and influence in our world. That influence might be within the context of a local church, or it might be beyond the walls of the local church. But all of us are called to leadership and to be ministers of the gospel wherever God sends us. And our courses are designed to train you for your vocation, your calling of being a leader and an influencer in the world. The second reason we use the word vocational is because the focus of these courses is very practical. We're developing in you the knowledge, the skills, and giving you a raft of experiences which is going to equip you for your vocation. So that's why we've honed in on the term vocational leadership and ministry training programs. How do our programs fit together? Well, you can study with us in one of our programs for 1, 2, or 3 years. And very simply, this is how they fit together. Our first year program, our Certificate 4 in Ministry, is training you to be a great member of a ministry or leadership team. This means its focus is on you, how you lead yourself and the skills that you need to make a difference as a member of a team. Our second year program, our Diploma of Ministry, is training you to be the leader of that team, which means you're not just responsible for yourself, but you're now responsible for others. And clearly that involves a range of higher level leadership skills, which is higher than what you develop in first year. And then in our third year Advanced Diploma of Ministry program, we're training you to be a leader of leaders. That now means that your focus is on raising and developing leaders. And in that regards, that requires a higher set of skills than you needed in either first or second years. So that is why we would encourage you to think about your entire leadership development journey. You can do 1, 2, or 3 years. You can make up your mind as you go. But our encouragement to you is to think that the longer you train with us, the higher level set of skills that you have been prepared to use in life and leadership and to fulfill God's plan for your life. Within our 1, 2, or 3 year programs, you can choose to customize your training by choosing a stream. Your stream gives you the opportunity to focus your training around a particular area of ministry or leadership that you feel that God has specifically shaped, gifted, and called you for. Our streams are these: pastoral leadership, worship music, film and television, dance, and production. The names are fairly self-explanatory, but it gives you the opportunity, as I said, to hone in on developing a particular set of skills that you feel is set you for God's plan and purpose for your future. When you come and study with us, you can expect your timetable to look roughly like this. It is made up of 3 major components. There are lectures, and in lectures we give you the underpinning knowledge you need for the skills you're going to use in leadership and ministry. All skills are built on a foundation of knowledge, and so we want to make sure we give you the knowledge that you need to then develop world quality skills. Then the second third of your timetable is going to be made up of tutorials and workshops, which are smaller classes where you work more intensively with your trainer to translate the knowledge into skills. And you're thinking very intensely about what skills do I need, how do I master them, and then you're giving plenty of safe classroom experiences where you can practice, where you can develop, you can get feedback, you can get coaching, where you're free to fail as well as to succeed so that you can really develop some skill that you're then going to use in real life. And then the third element of your program is where you go out into our practicum. And practicum is where you're going to be involved in the ministry life of Hillsong Church. You'll be working alongside experienced leaders in church life, learning from them and their years of experience, and alongside other people in ministry teams, students and members of our church, and get your hands dirty, as it will, doing the real work of ministry in real live ministry situations. So you'll learn not just theory, but lots of how does this outwork in practice in real life situations. Then you'll have the opportunity to bring those experiences back into your tutorials and workshops and debrief them with your trainers, who will ask, what worked? What didn't work? Where are you already achieving good levels of skill? And where are the areas that we need to work on? So let's keep working you towards achieving the full set of skills that you need to really do what it is that God has called you to do. In addition to being a student enrolled in our courses, developing knowledge, skills and experience, Hillsong College provides much more for you. We have intentionally designed for you a fully immersive life transformation experience. You obviously are going to have tons of classroom experience, but in addition to that, our training experience captures up all of your life. You're going to be not just a student, you're going to be a part of our college community. You're going to be part of our church community. You're going to be part of the ministry team of Hillsong Church. You're going to be under the leadership and ministry of Brian and Bobby Houston, our global senior pastors, and many of the other world-class leaders that are leading the charge for Hillsong Church around the world. It's that total experience which is going to transform your lives in ways that you can't imagine. But also, and I think a key ingredient of our program, is that you'll get to do not just training, but life with our college faculty. Our trainers are not just teachers in a classroom. These are people that you're going to be able to do life with. They'll do the journey of life with you over the 1, 2, 3 or more years that you might be training with us. And you get to see not just what they're like in the classroom, but what are they like in church? What are they like at home? What are they like with their partners, with their children? What's their longevity like? What's their character like in the high points, but also the challenging parts of life? And you'll get to do that discipleship journey with people who've got real, not just ministry experience, but Christian character built into who they are as leaders and people. So we are offering you not just a training experience, although it is a world-class training experience. We're offering you a fully immersive life transformation experience that's going to change you, transform you and set you up to be the kind of person that God needs you to be to fulfill his plan and purpose for your life, but more than that, to make the lasting difference in the world that he's called you for. I hope that information was helpful for you. If you need any more information, drop onto the Hillsong College website or feel free to contact any of our Hillsong College team. So, thank you for joining in on this session. Stick around for the rest of Open Day Live.
So as you will have just heard, our academic dean, Duncan Corby, just kind of walked you through practical leadership and ministry training here at Hillsong College. So what we're going to do now is just dig a little bit deeper into each of the streams of study so that you can make an educated decision about what to study when you come to Hillsong College. So I've got an amazing group of trainers here with me this morning.
Hello!
They're super excited to be here. And we're just going to talk to you a little bit about what they do. So if you want to start down the end, if you want to introduce yourself, let's get your name, where you're from, what you teach, and maybe your favourite place to hang out in Sydney.
Oh, okay.
I'm Craig Herbert. I'm Sydney born and bred. I train in the production stream, so all our audio production and sort of music production needs. Favourite place to hang out in Sydney? Oh, that's a tough one because I've been here all my life.
So you must know some good local spots.
Yeah, there's some very good local spots, but Sydney's a big place.
Yes, it is.
Oh, look, I grew up in country, so I'm bush, so I'll head mountains or anything like that.
Blue Mountains.
I'll go Blue Mountains, definitely.
Love it.
Definitely.
Love it.
That's good. So my name's Ben. I look after our pastoral stream. I love it. And I'm from Australia. Don't know if you can tell the accent, but it's still there. And my favourite place, I guess, in Australia to hang out is probably, apart from Hillsong Church, of course,
Oh, classic.
would definitely be anywhere near the beaches. I love our northern beaches. They're incredible. Get me a cafe, bit of coffee by the beach. Awesome.
Oh, so good.
Locked in.
That's good. That's very good. Well, I'm Katie. I oversee the worship music stream at the Hills location. And I'm actually from America, born and bred in Georgia. Whoop,
Yay.
whoop. But I've been here for a while, so I might have lost the southern twang. But favourite place in Sydney, anywhere there's great food and great coffee, which is pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
So if you love good food and coffee, this is the place to be.
That's
so,
true. Very true.
Awesome. Well, I'm Caleb Kraus. I'm one of the film and TV trainers here at Hillsong College. I'm originally from the U.S., from Minnesota.
Oh,
Up in the north, very, very cold right now. So very great to be here.
Yeah.
Where it's a lot warmer. Yes. Favorite place in Sydney? It is really a challenge. There's a lot to do here. It's really incredible. But I think probably like Ben, northern beaches, probably like Palm Beach and some of the cafes that are out there. Definitely a favorite. My wife and I love that area. Yeah.
That's great.
Sure.
Hey, I'm Tabitha. I oversee the dance stream. My favourite place in Sydney is probably anywhere where the shops are.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Forgot that one.
and I'm from Sydney.
Great.
So great. So, practical leadership and ministry training. So, obviously, as Duncan has spoken about, you can do 1, 2, or 3 years of study. And within your first and second year, you get to choose a stream or a focus that you're particularly interested in or want to grow in and challenge yourself in. So these guys represent those five streams, which are our dance stream, our film and TV stream, our worship music stream, our pastoral leadership stream, and our production stream. So, Craig, what's unique about the production stream here at Hillsong College?
One of our big advantages is that we tie very closely into what we do as Hillsong Church.
Yeah.
I've had the advantage of across my career of teaching in many audio institutions, and what we can do practically with church and partnering with that, nobody else can do. So the opportunities and the hands-on training, if you like, and the scale of what we do, none of the other institutions in Australia match, to be perfectly honest. So
awesome.
that gives us a huge advantage
Absolutely.
and a very unique experience for students.
So, what's an example of some of that hands-on practical training?
Worship and Creative Conference, we've got students all over those.
Yeah.
From a production point of view, we've got from first year through to second year and even third year, where students are still involved.
Yeah.
They're serving in major production areas. I've had students doing recordings with me for podcasts and the like. We've got students serving actually at front of house mixing. They're assisting. They're in everything pretty much. So it's very much a hands-on thing, which makes it incredibly valuable.
Which is a unique thing about all of our courses, in that we have the theory, but the practical is a real focus for us, and especially it's a strength. As you say, being attached to Hillsong Church, we're right at the heart of Hillsong Church, is that the practical outworking. You're in large-scale events that we put on to get the gospel out there.
Yeah.
So for worship music, what's unique about our course and pathways?
Yeah. Well, in the worship music stream, you actually have the option to choose a focus within that. So you can choose musicians, you can choose vocals, and you can choose songwriting. But what that means is that everyone has an opportunity to work together in a worship team context within workshops throughout the week. But also you have a chance to specialize. If you feel called to write songs, we're going to equip you with that. If you want to upskill your vocal technique, we'll equip you for that. If you want to become a better musician and better in a band ensemble, we're going to equip you for that. But what's really cool is that a lot of our students actually get the opportunity to lead. Hillsong Church isn't just one location. There's so many locations around Sydney. And a lot of our students are actually key in building that location and building that creative team and leading worship in that creative team. Or they're actually getting opportunities to do things they've never done before in helping make services happen from a production standpoint. In like stage managing or different things like that. So they're getting a bigger picture of what it actually takes to make a service happen on the platform, not just as a worship leader or as a vocalist, but outside of that as well. And so it's amazing because our students are a part of our creative team. From our creative streams, we are our creative team. So we get to hear from Cass and Rich Langton. We get to be at team nights every week and hear from JD and Jad and the team. And so it's amazing because we're not just Hillsong College, we are Hillsong Church because we're a church that has a college.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. We're a church that has a college. That's awesome. So the pastoral leadership stream, you're the only one not included in the creative streams. I hope that doesn't
I try to work my magic, but
I'm sure that you are creative again. Can you tell us a little bit about the pastoral stream and what students can expect?
Yeah, absolutely. I think just like the other guys have been saying, it's very much at the heart of what we do as a college, as a church as well. And one of the things that I love is that you find our pastoral students across the life of our church, not just on Sundays, though they are very much a part of all that, but also through the week.
Yeah.
So for our pastoral stream, we've got different pathways that include things like students can get involved with our youth ministry. And man, that's awesome. We get them involved with summer camps, looking after a smaller group, which we call RDG, which is pretty amazing.
What does it stand for?
It actually is very 80s.
Right.
It's Radical Discipleship Group.
I love it. I've never known what that stood for. But the 80s
are coming back, right?
Bring the 80s back.
He's definitely back.
so good. Sorry,
so
go
awesome.
on.
But like they literally look after a small group of young people, go into schools at lunchtimes and do all those sorts of things, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Then we've also got on the other extremes different things as well. We've got a pathway called social justice. So for people who are passionate about getting into our community, doing food drives, around Christmas time, we have these gifts to give to parents who can't afford to give to their kids, and just a part of everything to do with social justice and those sorts of things, which is incredible. We've also got people in terms of our events team. These are the people who love just to run parties.
Right.
And they love to organise it all. They know how to make a great party, and they're incredible as well. So they make everything in terms of church happen with that. Other teams are part of New Christians team, New People team, and what a privilege that is. But right from the outset, as soon as you come into college, we see you as a leader, and we've given you the privilege to sort of lead in Hillsong Church, which is an incredible opportunity. So there's many different pathways, but they're just a few.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Education is another one, different things like that. So check out the website. You'll be able to see them all listed there.
Yeah.
And each one of those is really great practical experience.
I think it's also really great to mention that a lot of people come in and do the pastoral stream, but they don't necessarily want to be ministers or pastors at the end of their study. But what this course also does is set you up to be a leader and to have character and to have a relationship with Jesus that has longevity, so that when you do go out into any industry, you're able to stand strong as a Christian. You're able to bring what you've learned in terms of pastoral care or dealing with others or leading a team or managing people. And that is actually, those are transferable skills that you can take anywhere.
It's so true.
So don't be put off by the fact that you don't want to be a minister. I didn't want to be a minister, and I'm not a minister, but I came to college and I learned so much that is actually transferred into what I do now in business. So
it's so true. We've had we've had lawyers come in and be a part of our college for a year. They just decided to give a year to be a part of the pastoral stream, going back into the law work and just seeing incredible opportunity and just being able to influence.
That's awesome.
In all different areas.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. So let's hear about film and TV, Caleb.
Sure. What do you want to know?
I want to know, what can our students expect? Why should they do it? What's unique about the course?
Yeah, sure. So I think one of the things that I really love about our film and TV stream is that as a college, our focus really is on growing you as an individual in your character and your walk with Christ. And that's like fundamental. That's number one. And the focus of everything that we do here, regardless of what stream that you're a part of,
So true.
is growing in that character that'll actually allow you to take your competency and go somewhere with that. So that's really our number one focus. And then building off of that is giving you skills to be able to function in the industry as a cinematographer, as an editor, as a screenwriter, a production manager. Like the list goes on, the different areas that you can be a part of, be that within more of a film context, in a television context, part of your local church, things like that.
So cool.
And we really try to give you, in first year particularly, the fundamentals and the basics to kind of get started. If you have never touched a camera, you come in because you like Netflix and you want to learn how to make movies, fantastic. Like we've got spots to be able to teach you how to learn how to do editing, how to do cinematography, screenwriting, and also to work on the television side of things in more of a studio camera type environment. Like what we do for our church services and conferences. So the students get the chance to be a part of our church services, our channel recordings, conferences, all those sorts of things. There's incredible opportunities within our church and college to actually put into practice the things that you're learning. Second year takes all of that and goes way more in depth in terms of audio and screenwriting, production management, the other subjects I mentioned before as well, really just kind of honing those skills and developing them alongside your character development. So there's incredible opportunities within that. And
I might sign up.
Yeah.
It sounds awesome.
It's incredibly fun. It's a lot of making films is a lot of work. It's a
Yeah.
lot of
I know.
effort and time, but it's incredibly fun that the community that is the film and TV stream at college is really, really
Yeah.
tight knit and
Yeah.
close together.
Mhm.
So you're
Yeah.
part of a family from day one, going
Yeah.
through your courses, spending time in the labs, editing, working on films. Like it's a great place, great atmosphere to keep
Yeah.
growing and building alongside.
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Amen. Oh, dance.
Yes.
Tell us about it. If you want to demonstrate, you're more than welcome.
Yes! Practical demonstration.
This is practical ministry. So.
What I love about the dance stream, it's for people who want to connect their gifting to their creator. You know, our program equips you with both biblical and leadership skills, as well as dance skills. So just like they said, you can enter any sphere of dance and be a once-in-a-generation type leader. We want to equip you with skills that you could start a dance team within your local church or even pursue the industry as a dancer. What I love about our facilities is we've got 4 world-class dance studios, which is incredible to have.
It's awesome.
We're part of Hillsong Church and the Hillsong Dance family. This year for Colour Conference, we actually have a student choreographing one of our main stage dance
That's
artists.
awesome.
Yeah, and so that's the kind of opportunities that you get when you're part of the dance stream.
Very cool.
I love that. I
That's
love that.
awesome.
So good.
I think sometimes people can think of dance as being something that their like aunties did up the back of the church with the ribbons and whatever, but it's just
Yeah.
not like that. Like it's
No,
It's just-
powerful.
it is absolutely powerful. And I know
Yeah.
in chapels our dance stream do a lot of items, but they also have the space at the back where they actually express their worship
Yeah.
and are able to worship in the way that they feel comfortable, the way that God's gifted them to, which I think is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
what I love is you don't need to be just a contemporary dancer or a ballet dancer, but we have street dancers coming, break dancers, whackers, Vogue dancers, and we accept all styles of dance and we love to train that style so you can be relevant within the 4 walls of the church, but outside of the
Love
church
that.
as well.
Great.
Love
That's
it.
awesome.
Thank you so much, everyone, for
Yeah,
coming
pleasure.
and
Our
wrecking
pleasure.
your stream.
Yeah.
Yay.
So our next session, we've got a little introduction, meet our principals. So we've got our principal, Angela Buckley, and then we've got our vice principals, Mary Kappa and Cam McDonald, coming up next. A little bit of a fun interview, so make sure you check that out. Thanks for joining us at Open Day Live. If you're wanting more information about these courses, you can click on the link in the video on our Facebook page to download some course content about their streams just to get some more information into your hands. But stick around for the next session and we'll hope to see you soon.